Vitiligo is a skin condition when you start losing certain pigments on certain parts of your body.
There is no pressure to look. I don't want to look the same as everyone because you're all girls, so there is no one to impress you. But I think that in Uganda we have a long way to go because if up to now, I still find people who tell me, maybe there is something you did to the twins, or like I told you, people call me millennials because people think that you have
wrong the twins. We still believe the traditional, ways.
Like people still believe the traditional way, and like I told you, there could be a chance that it could be true.
Is it treatable? Vitiligo is a skin condition. It is when your body or when you start losing certain pigments on certain parts of your body. For some reason, your body just starts to attack its own melanocytes or pigment cells, and so you have a loss of pigment in some areas. We have seen and we have lived with people who have certain patches on their skin, of which we have seen a lot of things that come along with living with such people. Some people who do not understand what the condition is have been victims of bullying from friends, and also other people have had the stigmatization coming in from our peers. Well, today I'm not alone in the studio. I'm being joined by a reserved figure, though an interesting personality. She has been in the spaces of advocacy for certain social causes. Most of the people have seen her, and for those who haven't seen her, well, we bring her to you today, and this can be another chance for you to see and listen in from her, and we share ideas. The person I'm talking about is a one and only Patience number 0. She is live in the studios. Good to have you, madam. It's an honor having you. You are one of the people, of the 1% of the population that is living with vitiligo. For someone who does not understand, I spoke out of what I read, but I would want someone to tell us from their own experience and what they have lived and shared with other people in the same community. What is vitiligo to you?
I think you explained it pretty well in that intro. But basically, vitiligo is when your body just loses melanocytes, and so the melanocytes are the melanin producing cells. So you're not producing enough melanin in some parts of our body. So because of that, discoloration happens. So you lose color. Even if you're a white person, there is some measure of melanin in your skin. So when you get vitiligo, the patch becomes whiter. I think that's the best thing I can say. And then you just have no control over it. So it's not like you're going to do
anything about it.
If it happens, it's happening, and it will happen. The body, you have no control. The part I want to, I think, stress is that you have no control over it.
So it just keeps on spreading.
Yes.
Okay, so when did you realize that you had this condition?
I think it doesn't just, okay, for me, it didn't come out of that. So like around 2011.
Okay.
2011, I think I got a scald on one of my feet. And so the scald left a scar because it was a whitish scar. And I think we didn't really think much about it. It was just a scar from, we thought it would clear, it would become darker
with time.
Then fast forward to 2014, I think my lips also started getting pinker, and now it was more, and then the patch started becoming bigger. So like the scar, that was the scar.
The one which was okay.
So it also started becoming bigger. And I think at the end of 2014, that's when I had my first dermatological appointment. And that's when I was diagnosed with vitiligo. I was about 12 So,
12 years.
yeah.
So take us through, how was it like you growing up with it, and what was your first reaction? Are you also like superstitious? Did you think maybe people from my village are doing their work, or
I am most of the times I don't think I'm superstitious. But when you have a big change like that, you start imagining all sorts
of things?
And I was lucky for me that I think my parents were very aware.
Oh,
And the first remedy we sought was not traditional or anything. We first went to the dermatologist. Our first clinic at Mulago. That's where I first went.
oh,
And that's when I was diagnosed. I was given medication. Now, the problem is, I think after I took the medication or something, somewhere along the way, it spread further. And like it covered the whole skin, the arms. Remember, I had gone when it was
just the lips and the toe down, the lip
patch.
Mm.
And then it became bigger and bigger. So I went back there. Then fast forward to 2015, I started high school. And while I was at my high school, I was a visiting dermatologist every term. And he I think he used to I used to see him every term. He's a renowned dermatologist around town. He's the best there is in the country. And he prescribed medication, of course, tubes and medication. It's very expensive.
I can imagine.
Some tablets, immunosuppressants, advice, and a lot of tubes. And I think as I start using them, the discoloration stops, and then the recoloration starts now. You
started now getting the other, black.
Yes. Like
okay.
And I think when we were seeing visible results, it was hard now to go to the superstitious side. Of course, when you meet people, they tell you, "Oh, I have herbal medicine for you. It will work for you." Come on, okay, hook me up. Like, I can try it. Like, there's no
harm in trying.
And then when you talk further with them, they say, "But before I give the medication, have to go home and fix some things. If there are twins that you have annoyed, if there are twins that you have annoyed, you can
go look for them. Apologize."
I do not know any twins. Okay, of course, my family has twins. My father's brother has twins, I think, or something. So people in the village say, maybe there is something you did to those twins, or maybe there's some twins in your life and they're angry. But I think for me, what demystified the
superstition thing
for me was the fact that I was seeing visible results with the
medication. Okay.
So I was not shaking it anyway. So if someone is offering a traditional remedy and it involves having to
look for twins and
apologize, the remedy stops there. And
so how I'm sure you've interacted with other peers of yours, and it is no secret that people who are often having those unique, features they always face stigmatization from like the community, because not everyone understands. Some people are going to call you different sorts of names. So how has it been for like the people you've interacted with, and how can we counterfeit these certain behaviors from the society that we live in?
I think that when you're walking in town and like, I don't know, a vendor or someone, I don't want to say oblivious, but anyway, like a random person just says, "Mulongo, come here." But like, so I think they assume that you're twin or something. I don't know how it works. Or they assume that you're attached to twins. I don't know. But it's really, most people are actually cautious. It's like they almost fear you or something.
You're segregated.
It's not exactly segregation. It's just an awkwardness with how they can fully express themselves to you. So it feels like you're like an endpointing to so they have to treat you with like
Extra care and caution.
and I feel like they and I think it's I think they just I think it's out of faith, obviously. But I don't but also I think definitely for me there were some changes that happened. I think by the time it happened from when I was from 2014 to 2015 when it accelerated, like mass acceleration. I was transitioning to secondary school.
How was it for you in secondary school? Were you bullied or?
No, surprisingly, no. Okay, not surprisingly, but secondary school was I think the choice of secondary school for me especially influenced by the fact that I had vitiligo.
Oh,
so my parents one of the factors they considered is that I went to a single school. I went to a single school in high school for all
yes, 6 years.
Yes. And I think one of the reasons why my parents took me to a single school, of course, it was a very nice school. It's a very soft performance school. But I think one of the reasons my parents took me there is because they felt like it was going to be a more welcoming
environment for you.
If I had gone to
a mixed school.
I don't know if I can't test that theory because I did go to a mixed school in high school.
How was campus for you? Like campus is now another,
So I think now after in a single school, there is no pressure to look. I don't know to look the same as everyone because you're all girls, so there is no one to impress you. It's not exactly intention, but you get to play. But I think when you transition to campus, it's a whole another story. And I think because I was in a single school and I was used to interacting with mainly girls. And at home I have one sister, I don't have a brother. So it's I am used to women. Now I'm transitioning to where I have to actually
work and study with men.
And I think I was scared in the beginning. And I think if someone texted me, like you see those classmates who text you because I've seen them in the group, then and their boys, the first thing I would ask, okay, of course we would talk. And even if it was platonic, if they say, Patience, I want to meet you, I'll be talking to you, but like
I want to meet you.
And then the first thing I would ask them is, do you know about vitiligo? And I think it was I have a feeling it was like an insecurity on my part. Because I don't want to shock you. It's like
yeah. And you're also protecting yourself from.
I think in hindsight I was protecting myself a lot, but I didn't.
Yeah.
After year one, I think I got fine, and I became more confident, especially with our position.
So. Okay, so we see that while at campus you joined, like the political space. Could maybe your vitiligo be some of like the driving forces to maybe use that platform to create awareness and also ensure that there is equal opportunities provided for like.
I think that you see that the downside and the downside and upside of having vitiligo, whether you consider it a downside or not, is that you're never invisible.
Yeah.
You will always be seen because you're different. So I think you can use it as a downside or you can use it.
I think it depends from the angle you perceive.
Exactly. So, and I think that it's like how they say when you're a woman and you've gone to a space where you are previously been men, you have to
own it
extra hard
and prove yourself.
Because you're paving way for more women to come to that spaces, settings and all. So obviously, because I was among the pioneer, I like to think I was a pioneer. Vitiligo person in the space. I think that it was a way of checking on my performance and making sure that my performance is top level because of course I'm representing women and but I'm also representing people who feel like
they don't deserve equal opportunities.
Exactly. They feel like they don't deserve.
Yeah.
So I think it was a very nice experience for me.
Okay, interesting. So we see that the 25th of June is the awareness day for vitiligo. How does this speak for you? Like, how relevant is this day? Should maybe Ugandans join the masses in creating the big awareness so that people can know about it and then how to treat people in our communities with vitiligo, or should they just treat it as other, normal awareness days that just come and pass?
I think vitiligo, first of all, affects a significant amount of patient. 1 in 100 people sounds
small,
but in hindsight, it's actually a big number. And I think that the thing about vitiligo is that everyone is a potential victim.
Yeah.
Because one of the theories of vitiligo is that your immune cells see the melanocytes as foreign bodies, so they start attacking them, then they die, then you lose your melanin. That's one of the prevalent theories. One of the in therapy when you're being treated for vitiligo, one of the options they give you is to put you on immunosuppressants to suppress your immunity and beat such that your melanocytes can grow to counter the effect. And I think that because everyone is a potential victim, because everyone has immune cells and everyone has melanocytes. So in retrospect, everyone is a potential victim. So because everyone is a potential victim, everyone should know that they should actually possibly prepare for that. Yeah, anything can happen. Because you don't know when you're going to have it, you don't know when you're not have it. But I think that in Uganda we have a long way to go because if up to now I still find people who tell me, maybe there is something we did to the twins, or like I told you, people call me Maloma because the twin or the twins bad name or and I think that people still feel like it's not a treatable condition. Is it treatable? It's a manageable. So if I have it, it's permanent or temporary? I can't answer that question because I'm not a dermatologist. But if everyone gets it, it's important they see a dermatologist, and that's why that's where the awareness comes in. Now, if someone if someone doesn't have any information about the disease and they get vitiligo, obviously I'm going to search for traditional. Of course, I'm not saying that the traditional things don't work, but yes, it shouldn't be the first go-to option. I think it should be treated as a disease. So the first line of action should be to go to see a doctor, a dermatologist preferably, get their diagnosis, have your options. There are options to treat the disease. There is. I think my dermatologist talked to me about skin grafting. There's skin grafting. There's UV radiation therapy. So you have options such that you make an informed decision. Of course, some people decide not to seek any medication and just let their skin, the patches, come around, and you learn to live with it. Yes, but I think it's important to do whatever decision you make from an informed point of view. That's why it's important for people to know that to treat it like a disease, such that even when you have it, the first thing you think about is going to the dermatologist. Going to the dermatologist, run through your options. There is a free skin clinic in Mulago in all Mulago's. Did you guys know there is a free skin clinic? Please make use of these services. And you can see a dermatologist on any day. So I think that's the significance of
the day.
And especially the Ghanaian context, because people think that you have
wrong the twins. We still believe the traditional, ways.
People still believe the traditional way. And like I told you, there could be a chance that it could be true.
But it's not proven. So we need scientists to come to this whole thing. Okay, as we draw to the evenings of this exclusive conversation, what is your take? First of all, to the community, then to the people who are living with vitiligo, and also to the country. Okay, I think to the country we've already, informed them, but we need to create a little bit more pressure to ensure that our voices are heard. So we also need that take to the country as we summarize.
I think my take to the scientists first is that because vitiligo affects 1% of the population. And I think with vitiligo is that there is no pain, you won't feel pain, it's just the aesthetic. So because of that, I think it's a very under-researched
field.
Yes, it's very, very under-researched. And it's not even a Ghanaian problem, it's just a problem world over. Because the person who's going to die, or the person, it's not like urgent. So there's no pressure to actually study it.
I'm sorry to interject, but is it like inherited? Can I, transmit it?
Studies show that there is a genetic but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Of course, we inherit genetics from our parents. So if your friends, I don't know, because
is there anyone like in your family line who had it, or you're the first one? You're the first.
Yes, I'm a first generation vitiligo.
Person. And your lineage, okay.
So I would request that we research more about it, and then to the
vitiligo community.
The vitiligo is one of, like I told you, it's the thing that makes you really invisible. So I think that's when you shine your light the most, I can say. So I think it should not be something that you should hide or feel bad about or feel out of place because of. And I think that you should come out and do whatever you want to do. It should not be a limitation. If anything, it should be a motivation, an addition, or something like that. Because it does not stop you. It does not stop you from doing anything.
It should actually be a motivation, a push factor to prove that there is no difference between you and the rest of the people.
Exactly.
Okay, then to the country.
I think my main message to the country is that is not to treat people with vitiligo differently because they're really not different. And the thing is that you cannot know when you're going to get it again. Like I say, everyone is a potential victim because you have immune cells and you have metabolites. So it's not like for me, I did something very extra to,
get it.
There is absolutely nothing like me. It just came. So if it can come out of them, for me, it can definitely come out of them.
For you.
So I think that, and then I think that if it happens to someone, it's important to seek. Of course, there are always so many options, but it's important to make an informed decision with advice from the dermatologist. Again, there's a free skin clinic in Mulango, and I think that we should stop thinking that it's a cast from influence. I don't think it holds. I don't think it holds personally because I did not apologize to any twin, but I got recoloration. So I don't think it's just out of me. Yeah. So do not stigmatize those people. make sure that you know all your options and get vitiligo.
Okay, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 25th of this month is Vitiligo Awareness Day. What change are you going to impact in the community? What are you going to do? Are you going to help us in creating awareness, letting people know that this is actually not a curse, but it is a skin condition? It happens to like the 1% of the population. That's 1 in 100. And that does not exclude you and me. Just because you don't have it today, you can get it anytime. Well, let's all be part of this cause. Stop stigmatization of the people who are living with vitiligo, because it is not because they wanted it to happen to them. It just happens. You just wake up one morning, you find you have those patches on your skin. And also, in case you find yourself with them, please don't fear. Don't be too superstitious. Like she said, reach out to a clinic, seek for medical help, and see how best you can, counterfeit whatever you're facing at the moment. And to our dear scientists, we call upon you every time. Yeah. We want to make decisions from an informed point of view. It is in the corridors that it can be genetic, but we want to be so sure. We want to be so informed. So please, let's get our lab coats ready, go to the lab, make some research, and we educate our people in the country and the countrywide. Thank you so much for being with us on this episode. It is lovely having you in our company. Please go in the comment section, tell us what you feel on the 25th. Let's be part of this beautiful cause, and we create awareness of vitiligo. Thank you so much. Until next time, it's Beyond the Books podcast. Thank you.